3, 2, 1. Hola mi gente, ¿cómo están? Aquí el canal se llama Seriela, yo me llamo Alba Mar, pero me pueden decir Alba y estamos aquí para hablar de libros, algunos de ellos en español desde Puerto Rico. Hi, my name is Alba Mar. You may call me Alba. The channel name is Seriela, and we're here to talk about books, and some of them from Puerto Rico, written in Spanish. Before starting, well, let me explain right off the bat. I was minding my own business, finishing up on my reading of Hamlet, finished that off, finished the readings that had to do with Hamlet and getting a start on the next play that I'm going to read for Shake To. And I decided also to make my TBR. This was supposed to be a TBR, and it is going to be a TBR for Latinx-a-thon, which starts today, and I will put the links to the host and the announcement videos down in the description box below. But what happened while I was making my list and looking for my books, I hear the notification, the only notifications that I received, because it could be from one of my children. And a friend had sent a link to the PBS special for Raúl Juliá. And I immediately clicked on it. And lo and behold, because at other moments I have tried to click on PBS videos and have not had any luck, but this time I saw the most moving, beautiful, serendipitous homage to Puerto Rican actor, singer, artist, Raúl Juliá. And I was blown away. If you see my nose red, that's because I started crying as soon as it started. As soon as I hear the Cuatro Puertorriqueño playing in the background, yeah, that hits me right in the feels. And there were many, many moments when this documentary on the life of Raúl Juliá hit me in the feels. So I highly recommend you watching the documentary on Raúl Juliá. I will link the video down below. And please share, especially if you are of Latin heritage, please share that documentary, because it is a beautiful, beautiful tribute to a wonderful human being that was Raúl Juliá. I learned a lot. So now to the Latinx-a-thon. Yeah, I was excited last year for Latinx-a-thon, but I didn't really get to read everything that I had wanted to read, and now those books are away in boxes, so can't go to them for now. Maybe some other time once I get the bookshelves up and the apartment painted. But anyway, what I do have on my shelves are these. And the prompts are, number 1, Voices, a book by Indigenous or Afro-Latino authors. And in this, for this Latinx-a-thon, I have chosen Mayra Santos Febres, which I had in my shelves, Fe en Disfraz. This is a very short, seems to be a novela about Fe Verdejo, who is a Venezuelan music scholar in Chicago at the beginning of this novela, who starts researching the Brazilian slave Sica, and goes down to Brazil to research her further. And in that quest, the main character discovers herself, according to the blurb in the back. This is in Spanish by Puerto Rican author Mayra Santos Febres, who is Afro-Latina, and I'll be reading that first for voices. The number 2 prompt is Latinidad, a book by an intersectional Latinx author. And I have chosen for intersectionality, Signing in Puerto Rican, A Hearing Son and His Deaf Family by Andres Torres, who is an author. He's writing out of diaspora in New York City. I remember starting this a couple of years back, but got sidetracked. But the bit that I did read had me laughing out loud at the situations in which this young man, a son of 2 deaf parents, of 2 deaf Puerto Rican parents in New York City, the situations in which he found himself, and he does it in a very humorous way. So I'm looking forward to finishing finally Signing in Puerto Rican by Andres Torres, another Puerto Rican in the diaspora. Number 3, Roots, translated book or book featuring more than one language. Here I'm going to cheat. Because the 2 languages are Spanish and English. And this is a bilingual collection of short stories by J.D. Estrada, who I met at Comic-Con this past year. And I'm finally going to get to one of his books. I hope to get to all of them very soon. The book is called 2020. 20 is the number 20, and 20 is the number 20 in Spanish. It's a collection of stories in both languages by J.D. Estrada. Looking forward to that, J.D. Number 4, Heritage, written by a non-Spanish speaking Latin American country, an author of a Latin American country, or heritage. And for that, I'm picking up Roxane Gay's Ayiti, which I had wanted to read for a long time and never could get to, but I'm finally going to do it in this Latinx-a-thon. Yeah, these are stories by Roxane Gay, who is of Haitian heritage, and goes into a lot of the situations that diasporic people go through, especially the Haitians. I haven't been able to get The Grief Keeper through Overdrive, the library, so I'm going to have to pass on the group book, which is The Grief Keeper by Alexandra Villasante, but I am going to try to go for the bonus book written by authors from a different Latin heritage than me, and I'm choosing Colombian author Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I'm going to be reading his little novela also, Relato de un Náufrago, which is translated into the story of a shipwrecked sailor. This is a favorite of many people, and I hope it becomes a favorite of mine, especially after reading Cien Años de Soledad, 100 Years of Solitude, these past few months with my daughter, and relishing every moment of it. So just one more thing I wanted to say about the documentary and Raúl Juliá, and why I thought it was serendipitous, for real. Here I am finishing reading a Shakespeare play, a renowned Shakespeare play, Hamlet. And what's the first thing I see in this documentary on Raúl Juliá? It's Raúl Juliá doing Shakespeare in the park in New York City. And not just Shakespeare in the park in New York City, one play, but a series of plays. This I didn't know about Raúl Juliá. And not only that, but interspersed in that documentary are the 7 Stages of Man by Shakespeare, taken from As You Like It. And here you have the likes of Rita Moreno, Jimmy Smith, and other renowned Latin actors and actresses, reciting the 7 stages of man to introduce each stage of Raúl Juliá's life. If that isn't serendipitous, if that wasn't a gift this Sunday morning to me, I don't know what is. So I've just had a moment, people, and I wanted to share that moment with you, and I hope you go to the PBS website and watch this documentary and feel as inspired and as awed and as moved as I was. So thanks for watching. I'm thankful for your time. Take care, keep reading, cuídense mucho, sigan leyendo. Adiós.